Hi. If you struggle with some mild anxiety, stress, and difficulty sleeping, and you want to try natural methods to overcome and alleviate some of these symptoms, you might want to try 4-7-8 breathing. In this video, we'll talk about what 4-7-8 breathing is, how to do it, who shouldn't do it, and some of its benefits. My name is Hella from Free Spirit Yoga. So what is 4-7-8 breathing? 4-7-8 breathing is a type of pranayama or breath work in ancient yogic practices in which we breathe in for 4, hold for 7, and exhale for 8. Traditionally, it's done in through the nose and out through the nose, and I'll put a link to another yin yoga practice in which we do it in this way, and you can try it that way. It's actually one of my favorite practices because it's very easy and it's very calming. In 2015, Dr. Andrew Weil made 4-7-8 breathwork very popular. And the way he does it is you breathe in through the nose for 4, retain your breath for 7, and then you exhale from the mouth for 8. Let's talk a little bit about the benefits of 4-7-8 breathing. It's been referred to as a tranquilizer for the nervous system. So basically, we're working with the nervous system, shifting it from a state of heightened senses, from a state of fight or flight, into a state of relaxation, rest, digest, and heal. So rather than being stressed all the time and not being able to switch off, you're able to relax and become a little bit more calm. And once you're in that state of relaxation, this has a positive effect on your sleep. When 4-7-8 is practiced on a regular basis and consistently, this is when it starts to have a positive effect, slowing down your heart rate and reducing your blood pressure. So let's talk about who should not be doing 4-7-8 breathing. 4-7-8 breathing is not for people who have low blood pressure to begin with, who have any kind of cardiac issues, COPD, or any kind of respiratory infections. Ladies who are pregnant and anybody who has these conditions, you should consult your physician before trying this. So what might you feel during 4-7-8 breathing? The answer is it depends. If, for example, you're a beginner, you might feel a little bit lightheaded. You might find it a little bit challenging to retain the breath for 7 seconds. This is because you haven't been working with your lung capacity and lung efficiency. So if you do feel lightheaded during the practice, you might want to take a break and resume in a little bit. Or you might want to reduce the number of rounds, and you can also reduce the number of counting. So rather than 4-7-8, for example, you might want to do 3-5-6, for example. So do what's right for you. And now for the fun part. How do we do 4-7-8 breathing? The way that we do it is that we come into a comfortable seated position, going to straighten up our spine, sitting up tall, and we're going to rest the tip of our tongue on the roof of the mouth right behind the front teeth. Our lips are closed very gently. And then when we inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1 through the nose in a very gentle way. We're not forcing anything. Retain the breath for 7. And then when you exhale, you're going to exhale through the mouth, making a whooshing sound, as if you're blowing out a candle. So it's going to be like this. So this is how we actually do the breath work. But the question remains, when do we do it? How many rounds do we do? Dr. Andrew Weil recommends doing it twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, for 4 rounds. And it's also a great idea to get into the habit of doing it at the same time so that you form this habit and you do it consistently. So for example, when you first wake up, you take 4 rounds, and right before you sleep, you take 4 rounds. Now, after you do this for 4 weeks consistently, this is when you can increase it up to 8 rounds, but never more than 8 rounds. Once you've done it consistently for 3 months, this is when you start to see the benefits. You'll see that your blood pressure hopefully has been lowered, your levels of stress and anxiety lowered, and also the quality of your sleep has improved. This is also the stage when you can start to use 4-7-8 breathing as a tool. So for example, if somebody upsets you, rather than react right away, take a couple of rounds and notice how it really calms down your nervous system. In addition, it's also great for addiction. So for example, if you have these cravings for that extra cup of coffee, that bag of chips, or that chocolate bar, in order to interrupt that loop and that desire and craving, take a few rounds of 4-7-8 breathing and notice the difference. Ready to try 4 rounds together? All right, so set yourself up in a comfortable seated position in a quiet, relaxing place. You want to be away from distractions, so turn off your phone, close your door, let people know that you're taking some time for yourself. You can gently soften your gaze or close your eyes, allowing your hands to rest on your knees or folded up into your lap. And let's start with a cleansing breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And now breathe in for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale from your mouth for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2, breathe in for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale from your mouth for 8. Round 3, breathe in for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale from your mouth for 8. Last round, breathe in for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Release your breath and return to your normal rhythm of breathing, taking a moment to bask in the afterglow of this breath work. I hope you found the information in this video useful. As with anything, the more you do it, the more consistent you are, the more that you'll see the benefits. And I hope to see you once again on the mat.